The online gaming space for women just continues to be this just absolute horror show. First, it was, if you guys saw my video about deepfakes with Atriarch, how he basically paid to see porn of his coworkers who were, female streamers. And that's a whole separate issue there. Then after that, there was news from Pokemon that there was a person who worked for somewhere in the industry, someone who they worked with a long time, who was essentially blackmailing, coercing explicit photos of women by showing them fake explicit photos of her to them to be like, yeah, it's cool, we can do this, and then threatened to unalive himself if he was rejected or whatever, right? Pokemon has a whole video on that. Now, Amouranth is talking about how she and her has having to deal with her stalker again. Not just Amouranth, it's also Anita. So I'm going to just show you guys what they're talking about. So here's Amouranth. This is her account saying that while I was on the boxing press conference Monday, because she's doing that YouTuber Creator Clash thing, her team notified her that her stalker from last year, the guy from Estonia, was back and trying to break in again. He started by trying to sneak in behind one of my house nav, but had the door shut in his face. And this is February 27th, not too long ago. And then he left, only to return 4 hours later and tried to get in again, failing that he paced back and forth at my front door for 20 minutes for leaving a package and a key. I have no idea what for. Police were notified since restraining and trespassing warrants have been breached, but per usual, it's we have to wait and see what else he does. Even though he literally already broken the law, given his coming back to my premises after criminal trespass was issued when he was detained the first time. And I comment like it's fucking insane, because it is insane. People telling her, live in Texas, you should shoot him. And then we have Anita. And now she's talking about her stalking situation. She's like, after everything that happened with me, I can't take it anymore, and I took the stalking situation directly to the lawmakers of my country. I fought for change, join forces with MP to make proposals to help prosecute stalkers. And she goes on to talk about it here that they did nothing. This came after someone broke into my house and I had to fight him, only for the police to do nothing. Years later, another one assaulted me in front of 4 people and would sleep in my garden waiting for me to come out of my house. I reported it all and the police did nothing. The response to proposals that our government feels it's giving plenty of money into stalking charities and that this is considered enough. They shot us down and have no intention of fixing this. Meanwhile, people are dying and lives are being ruined. My friends and people I admire are being utterly disregarded while their lives are on the line. Behavior that is technically illegal is going unprosecuted. I'm genuinely willing to do anything to fight for change, but I have no idea where to even start. And then she talks about this little problem, and then she links to the thing with Amouranth. And my whole thing here is all these women are suffering because they are essentially just women in a public space. These are online streamers. I don't care that, Amouranth does OnlyFans. That's not justification for her to be stalked. And if that's your reasoning, you're a fucking weirdo. Now with Sweet Anita, she does not do any of that stuff. She's not having an OnlyFans. She's nothing like that. Neither does Pokey, and yet they're continuously targets of these weirdos, these people who are obsessed with them, these stalkers. Like, all they are doing is producing content. And if we want to take this outside the realm of just the women, people who exist online, who are content creators, who are streamers, they are people. You are not entitled to access to them. This is one of the biggest issues that happens in the streaming space and the online creation space. These parasocial relationships are formed, and these people feel like they're your friends and you know them and you want access to them, but you don't have access to them because these people aren't your friends. These people are doing a job. It'd be no different if you were, working at McDonald's or Starbucks and then someone just became, super into you, right? Just because they have a job in which they have to, at the very least, pretend to like you or whatever, that doesn't mean they actually like you, you guys. You don't have access. You don't have a right to access these people, especially not stalking. Like, did you read what she said? For Anita, someone was sleeping in her garden. She was assaulted, someone was sleeping in her garden, and the police did nothing. You can't even feel safe when you're in your own home. And it's so much worse for online content creators because people don't take it seriously. They don't take your job as a content creator seriously. They don't take the threats too seriously because it's the internet. Everyone makes death threats. Everyone makes these threats. But these people have to live with these threats all the time. I couldn't imagine not being able to sleep in my own house because some weirdo is going to try to break in and do God knows what to me. And these are women. So there's really only about one option these guys are going to do if they break in with them. They break into their homes. This guy flew from Estonia all the way to see Amouranth, and not like in a fan meetup, a stalker. Like that is insane. There is absolutely no reason for any of this to be transpiring. Simply none. And the fact that this keeps happening, especially to women, is insane. But I genuinely don't know what to do. I don't know what the answer is either. Like, if you want to tell them to take, personal responsibility and have all that stuff, they do all the time. They have security, they have teams, they have these staff members who exist to protect them. But it shouldn't be that way. Why aren't the laws helping here? Why can't that guy be arrested or deported? Why is it that for Sweetie Nita, she has to be assaulted? The guy can sleep in her fucking garden and the police do nothing. Like, we need to start protecting people. We need to start protecting women. We need to start making this kind of behavior so abhorrent that no one would even think of doing it. Because the amount of streamers, especially female streamers, who report similar things like this is insane. I guarantee you, if you were to look deeper into this, you would see so many women talking about the fact that they have stalkers. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's test that theory. Let's go back here. And let's see if anyone else mentions their own stories. Immediately, I'm so sorry, it took me 3 years to have my stalker arrested. After threatening the police station, I would go to the news outlet with my story for the lack of help. We need more loss protectors. We need more now. Like, that's immediately. I know this happens a lot with a lot of women, but it's so ridiculous how unwilling to do anything the police are when the evidence is so blatant. Police should do everything they have not to help. This is awful. Like, yeah, these people just don't give a shit. And the fact that I immediately found someone like directly underneath that is, yeah, that tracks. I'm sure every like somewhat known female streamer has a similar experience. Just like, unfortunately, a lot of women have experiences when it comes to assault. Like, it's fucking wild, dude. It is truly insane. It is truly insane that this is the reality for a large subset of people, especially on the online creation space. They have to just deal with this. Like, you want to produce content, you want to stream, you want to create a community, and then this is the reward you get. And I know some people are going to not have sympathy because, these people have money, but I think it's weird that we use money as like a barrier between human empathy, especially with something like this. Like, I don't care how rich you are, you should not be stalked and have your life threatened by weirdos on the internet. But that's just a shitty reality we live in. This isn't a very upbeat video. I know, I'm sorry, but this isn't a very upbeat topic. This is a fucking shitty topic. And until this changes, it's always going to be a shitty topic.